it takes an entrepreneurial spirit in order to reverse autoimmune conditions, and here's why. So I went through 6 different conditions, no family, no friends, no social circle, no coworkers, nobody. I didn't have a single shoulder to lean on, and I constantly had to think on my feet. And as a single woman, love relationships was not a priority ever. I didn't even desire them because my conditions took over my life, and I was constantly trying to find ways to feel better on a daily basis. And it was so hard for me to focus in the workplace. I wasn't performing. I didn't have the leadership qualities. And I knew it was because autoimmune was holding me back. So I realized that I was willing to do whatever it took, have the grit, the determination, the drive, the ambition to overcome these conditions, no matter how hard I had to try, no matter how many treatments I had to take. And I was constantly reading medical research, constantly working with doctors. And even though doctors didn't have solutions for me, I had that mind-body connection where I was able to understand my body well enough to know what was going to work and how much of it would work. And so I became so connected with myself, and I started trying new things. I would try them 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I would see how effective they are. I would throw them out. I would bring new things in. And eventually, all these temporary treatments that I did, without focusing on the outcome of getting better, I started healing. My sleep started coming back. My gut started working. I started to be able to eat food without having that bloat and without having that indigestion. I started to be able to live a life that was just happier without being a slave to my health. But it required this entrepreneurial mentality of not listening to these external forces and really listening to your mind and your body and having that determination, that consistency, and that knowing that you will get to the other side and you will get healthier. And you have to be the leader of your own health. And that's why this requires an entrepreneurial spirit. And a lot of the times people would give me great advice. I would take some of it, I would trash some of it. And you have to know what you have to trash and what you're keeping, what puzzle pieces you're taking to be able to demystify your health and what you're throwing out. And I went through many different iterations, but I never gave up. I never just said, hey, I'm just going to throw everything out and go back to the conventional way of just taking a bunch of pills and living my life. That was never the goal. And even in the most painful times, I didn't take anything that was related to instant relief. I embraced the inflammation. I embraced the pain because I knew that it was the pain leaving my body, and I imagined it to be inflammation that was temporary, and I would get healthier as soon as it died down. And I thought of different ways to get it to die down, whether it would be fasting for prolonged periods of time, whether it may be eating a certain way, oxygenation, potent IVs, specific supplements, whatever it took, I was willing to do it. And that mentality of the will of not giving up has to be higher than giving up. And your health has to be your number one priority for you to really overcome these conditions, because it does take a lot of work. It does take a lot of effort and commitment. And I was committed to my health. I sacrificed many things, social lives, activities that everyone else was doing. And as a young person, not being able to do things that everyone else was doing was fine, because my idea of fun was nourishing my body. So I hope this helps you. Take part of the Make Me Visible movement today and share your story with me. Talk soon.